entire 2-hour show, we might get 4 or 5 clips. So let's take the governors off. Let's take the filters off, and let's have some motherfucking fun.
Good. Does that mean I get to go off on Pete Alonso tonight? Because I really want to.
You can totally go off on Pete Alonso tonight.
Oh, goody.
That's the shit I want, dude. Look, whenever I said that's just whenever we were talking the other night, and I was like, we need more content. That's the shit we want. That's the shit we need. The shit that people are going to want to hear. Pete Alonso fans are going to want to hear it and then go the fuck off on you for being an idiot. And the Pete Alonso haters are going to be like, holy fuck, this guy gets it.
Yeah, well.
You get a chance to go on your Pete Alonso rant, don't hold anything back. Let it fucking go.
All right.
And if you think something's going to be offensive, for the love of Christ, say it.
Is calling Scott Boras a cancer bad? No, so can I quote?
Fuck that. Fuck that. Get canceled. Get canceled. No. Get canceled. Say shit that you think people might cancel you for. I dare you motherfuckers to come cancel us.
No, I was going to call Scott Boras a cancer because that's what he is.
Dude, bro, call him whatever the fuck you want. Whenever I say we're taking the governor off, nothing. Call him whatever the fuck you want. As long as it's not slander.
Okay, Owens.
As long as it's not slander, you're not out like this dude's torturing kids and he's a fucking pedophile. I don't give a fuck. Say it. Get us canceled. Try to get us canceled. I want to see him come and do it.
No, I'm gonna call him a cancer because that's what he is. He's a cancer in baseball.
Call him whatever the fuck you want. Call him Captain Buttfuck for all I care.
That's Rob Manfred's captain.
Tell him to go fucking deep throat a cat. Shit. Tell him you want to fucking bend him over, shove your hand up his ass, and work his mouth like a fucking puppet. I don't care.
Jesus Christ. Oh, boy, you're letting a lot of venom out today.
I got plenty of venom, okay? I got plenty of venom today. Are we live anywhere yet?
No. Ronnie and I came up with a new thing.
Off the gangrenous limb of a sibling, I am dripping with venom today.
Well, we've changed stuff, so from now on, when I say if I have to step out of the room, I have to take a Craven.
That movie was a piece of shit.
So if we say you got to go to take a shit, you got to say you got to take a Craven.
Got to take a Craven and wipe the Hunter.
Got to take a Craven and wipe it with my Nosferatu.
Everything. Let's go. I might have a heel turn tonight. Let's do this.
The Zombie Master has returned. I've returned from, and I got a voice. I've returned from my voiceless sabbatical. CM Punk might be the voice of the voiceless, but I was totally voiceless.
Captain Stuncock, I'm dripping with venom, and I didn't know that zombie sounded that clear.
Brains.
Send more paramedics.
Who just blasted a bunch of hearts over the screen?
Called reaction, John, and we all got them, see?
Oh, well, that's like assholes. We all got those, too, but that don't mean nothing.
This one's festive as fuck.
Well, if you're going to have flashing, why not have a bunch of flashing assholes?
So it's time to break out the Festivus pole and tell Aunt Flo to stay the fuck off of it. Yeah, all four. shit, motherfucker. Said y'all ain't gonna know shit, motherfuckers.
Can agree on. Fuck you, you're out of a quarterback, bitch.
Who? Oh, for fuck's sake.
You guys spent all this money on a quarterback that played for 4 fucking downs. Wait, 4 downs or 4 minutes? Doesn't matter. The number 4 was involved, and that's fucking.
4 downs. Well, it felt like 4 downs.
Suck my patchless nuts. Vegas Dave! I hate your fucking face. I'll be back.
Say strap in or strap on. I mean, can't argue with fact. Watch your mouth. We don't talk about Overlord Trump like that.
When I hear something that just doesn't, I'm just going to do this.
Can't see anything.
No words. Well.
You.
Harry Pothead?
No, that's me.
Forgeticus, Stonicus.
I remember more when I'm stoned. I get forgetful when I'm sober.
Yeah, you just have to use your wand and go Stonicus.
Got to use my special getting high powers. I ain't got them. They're my powers. You don't have them. They're not your powers. They're my powers. Something like that. It definitely had a full episode in Jim Henson's Dinosaurs.
You mean that shitty ABC shows from years ago?
That was. Shut your whore mouth. That was one of Jim Henson's greatest creations.
Oh, Jim Henson was a fucking genius. That show was just a drizzle of shits.
Yeah, that shit was dark too.
But dude, the dinosaurs were gonna die anyway. You kind of knew where it was going.
Wait, asteroid that killed the dinosaur. I mean, I believe that their anchor dinosaur was even like, "Good luck and good night."
But at least that ended better than the fucking Sopranos did.
Sopranos is going to go down as the worst fucking TV ending in fucking history. Look, Game of Thrones was a fucking terrible ending, but that's going to be fucking reprieved because George R.R. Martin has promised us that the book will end totally different than the show. They bastardized what he told them. I would rather I would rather watch the small council convene and start talking about everything that had just happened over the past 8 seasons than for something to cut off mid-sentence.
What do you mean? You're talking about that? Come on, if you got the joke.
Didn't even tell us Tony got whacked. We had to imagine it. What kind of bullshit is that? I want to see it. He had so many fucking people killed. Well, I mean, you're Tony Soprano.
Who, James Gandolfini? What'd you do? Meet him at a Rutgers game? Well, didn't he go to Rutgers?
You're a Rutgers fan, not an alumni. Hey, you know, my local college has a celebrity alumni. Wait, who are you talking about? I didn't go to school out here. But Scott Bakula did.
Oh, wow. Scott Bakula? Wow, that's cool.
That's why, you know, like the college theme song is, you know, Jefferson College, your future starts here, which is like the worst theme song ever. I've changed it to Your Future Ends Here, and Scott Bakula went here. And I think the second version might get more people. Can we quantum leap out of this shithole fucking college?
Gee, all my high school was known for was we had the guy who played the keyboards, and Bon Jovi went to my school for like 2 weeks before he got booted.
Oh, well, we got one more claim to fame. The first Scream movie. One of the high school teacher's son was the school bathroom ghost face.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
cool.
So that was kind of.
Oh,
Second, before we get into the good shit, I got some news on the new Scream movie.
okay.
Go for it.
Stu lived.
Ah.
Matthew Lillard will be in the last Scream movie.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I saw that.
Yeah, I did too.
Stu fucking lived. Played pretty bad, man.
Stop stabbing me! I'm woozy.
Losing a lot of blood here, man.
Okay, let me stab you now. Fuck you, bitch. Killers are not made. Canceling shows create killers. The Wayans Brothers was a good show.
But wait, there's more.
Jamie Kennedy.
Oh, yeah, I'm stabbing me. I'm woozy. Oh, shit. Well, you know what? I hate to say this, but the first 7 minutes of this had no audio on my end.
So they were just watching us talk and laugh.
No, they heard you two. They didn't hear me.
Haha, it's even better.
But yes, like I said, to recap everything, welcome to the betting window where we dive into the good, the bad, and the what the fuck was that in the wide world of sports. I'm Evan Ronnie. They've been introduced. Let's move on.
I guess so. My "Don't Stop Believing" joke will fall on deaf ears. Literally.
No. Yours will be heard. Mine won't.
No, but you made the comment. Don't stop believing. Nobody's gonna hear that.
Well,
Fucking amateur hour.
they won't hear that I'm retarded either. Well, now they will. Amateur hour. What the fuck do you think we are? Professional?
Let me tell you, I'm just going to throw this in here because it's 2025, 2024 is over, and we're past the Olympics. And Ray Gun did so bad. Not only did they cancel breakdancing in the Olympics, the Special Olympics were like, it's okay to say retarded again.
You said ray gun. How am I gonna know? I don't want to know where the fuck this is going.
The Special Olympics were like, it's okay to say retard again.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Exactly.
Oh fuck my! All right, let's
go
go.
down.
What was that?
She should go down in Guinness.
Oh no, she should just go down in a vat of Guinness.
She's going to the Book of World Records for the fastest canceling of an Olympic sport.
Listen. The Olympics thought it was a better idea to not bring back breakdancing for flag football.
Because it's not PC to be like, Ray Gun did so bad, we're like, fuck this shit.
But yet, the LA Olympics said, no, we don't need breakdancing. Let's do flag football. Because, nobody else plays flag football in the world.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is we have a chance.
Yeah, because guess what? The NFL is actually... No, we don't have a chance because the NFL is sending stars to play in this.
Oh, fuck that. All-time quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes said he wants to play. So that means we get the refs.
Fuck that. I'm playing defense.
No, that just means one thing. We have the refs on our side. USA.
I mean, unless it's one of the fucking French judges.
Oh God.
Fuck it, we give it to the Russian.
Sacre bleu, you are offsides. Oui. Hello, Christian.
Hi.
Don't ask, Christian. Just don't ask.
I was about to, but I'm gonna listen to you.
Oh yeah, don't.
Do yourself a favor. Keep your sanity. Don't even ask.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Rated.
Needless to say, me, Ryan, and Ronnie were going off on different jokes and stuff, and Ronnie didn't have his microphone on for 10 of it.
Professionalism.
Fucking amateur.
You know who does shit like that? A dumbass.
I didn't say I was proud of that, but...
Oh, okay. All right.
I made a killer Sopranos joke. It's going to fall on deaf ears.
But I'm bummed.
But it's okay.
Boo! Boo!
Graphic.
The ray gun graphic, yeah, exactly.
I wonder if, hey Christian, you hear about that?
Have I heard about what?
About Ray Gun doing so terrible at the Olympics.
No, I haven't.
The breakdancing Australian.
The breakdancing Australian did so bad at the Olympics. Not only did they cancel breakdancing, but the Special Olympics convened and said it's okay to say retard again.
Oh man, they should have signed me. Sign me up. I break dance. Nah, literally, I'll break, then I dance.
Guy's just sitting out there with an easy chair. What's he doing? He's taking a break.
Yeah, he's putting his feet up. And we're paying him how much to do this? Enough.
Hey, my foot's moving. That's considered dancing. I'm taking a break and I'm dancing.
As much as we pay Ray Gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, Ronnie, what's with the rainbow colored cup behind you, man?
Oh, it's my wife's.
Oh, I was about to say, let me find out.
I ain't going on
No.
those. Listen, I ain't going to New York in the middle of July.
Okay. Me either.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I stay away from there in July at the end of December.
That's a joke. That's a joke not many people are gonna get.
No, they aren't.
No, they are not.
And you notice he takes it out of the camera's view too.
Fuck it.
Yeah, because he knew I was gonna bust his chop.
No, not just you. I don't want the comments to say shit.
Wait, hold on.
Light him up.
I'm gonna send a mass text to all my friends. Yo,
Yeah.
yeah, harass Ronnie.
All right. So anyway, back to what we was, because we technically haven't even really started yet. We just spent 18 minutes riffing, and 6 of them were actually heard
Professionalism.
on my end. Yeah. But let's get into MLB news.
And he's the producer of the show too.
Yeah. Sometimes the producer's not supposed to be heard. Motherfucker. Oh, anyway, let's talk about Major League Baseball and Fanatics. Because God forbid, I don't need Joanna. Did somebody call? Shut the fuck you, bitch. No. Stay in my head, Tammy. Wait, what? You're in the cage already. I don't need you to be out anymore.
Should I break my friend out?
No.
Nobody. He's a dead retard.
What are you talking about, Dudley? Oh, God damn it! Fuck you, bitch! You told me I could break the fanatic stuff. The Fanatics is mine, and I can be a fanatic if I want. Oi, fine. Fine, read the fucking promo, get the fuck out of here, here's a steak, get back in your fucking cage. Oh, well, great, darling. Soon, we will all be Fanatics. Show up for your team spirit with Fanatics. We're often a massive selection of official licensed merchandise, including jerseys, hats, collectibles, and apparel. Find the perfect gear for your favorite team. Elevate your fandom and visit Fanatics today and shop now. Links in the description down below. Because God forbid, I only know stuff that's down below. God, you leave! Fucking get the fuck out of here! Don't need to keep hearing your ass.
Take your mug with you.
If you do, I'm gonna get Raider Dave to attack you. Raider Dave loves me. I want him to be my Valentine.
Raider Dave attacked?
Yes, Raider Dave attack. Oh,
I've been gone for a month, and this is what I come back to?
Hey, the best part about the show, you never know what the fuck's gonna get. It's unscripted, uncut, and uncensored.
What are we, Raw?
No, we're Nitro, where the big boys play with each other. Wait, what? Monday Night Quill.
That were more like Thursday Night Thunder. Nobody gave a shit.
Oh yeah, you ever gave somebody thunder?
A thunder!
You never had anyone shaking at the knees there, Raider Dave. You definitely never had someone come again, please.
Hey, yo.
The one I just got off the phone with your mom.
Yeah, she was filing the restraining order.
Look, I told her that you shouldn't do it around Christmas. She'd be really upset if she told you couldn't come around.
What?
I told her not to do it around Christmas. You'd be upset if you couldn't come around. Restraining order's not against me. It's against you, you fucking weirdo.
Oh right, yeah. That's why did it have a ballless wonder attached to it?
John, I know.
Process server.
John, I know I should have came on at 9:45.
Christian!
And I rehabbed my voice to come back to this.
Yeah, you sure did.
You did. And you're loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Go
Love it.
fuck yourself. All right, let's do free agency first, because God forbid, I know John needs to get something off his chest, and we'll close out with Pete Alonso.
Come on home, Pete. Come home.
Yeah, you want him to go across town, don't you?
Nah, he ain't coming now, because we signed Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, but to open it up, because it's been since Christmas, the Mets have signed their tribal chief, Sean Manaea. The ones will be up at Citi Field, because he said that he's coming out to Roman Reigns' theme song.
He's going to be the ace of the staff, that's for sure.
3 years, $75 million contract. That's perfect money.
And he's got it's deferred money, too.
Yeah, well, so he's getting that Bobby Bonilla treatment?
Well, it's not going to get as much as Bonilla, as long as Bonilla, but
No.
still.
No, I mean, nutless boy wonder over there in Kansas City is gonna get his fucking $500 million, and Bobby Bonilla will still be getting paid. The Rangers added Jock Peterson. Wow, that does not look like Peterson. Looks like Petter.
It is Jock Pedersen. But
Thank
it's pronounced Peter.
Peterson. He's a Ranger for as long as it's pending physical. I think that went through. Walker Buehler is a Red Sox.
1 year.
1 year, 21.5 million or 21.05 million.
I thought it was 22, but you're close.
I mean, who knows what incentives? It probably gets to like 22, 23. Andrew McCutch is back with Pittsburgh for a year. Gleyber,
Yeah, he's gonna finish his career there.
yeah, that's fine. Gleyber Torres, 1 year deal with the Tigers.
Praise the Lord.
I knew Christian would be happy about that.
Now, how much is this going to hurt? Not the Tigers. The next guy I'm about to say is going to hurt the Dodgers in luxury tax because they just paid $33 million a year to Teoscar Hernandez.
Let me put it this way: the Dodgers are going to be paying so much luxury tax. It's going to be like for the amount of luxury tax they're paying, they could create a new team.
You're not
For
wrong.
God's sake. I mean, for God's sakes, I mean, between Yamamata or whatever the fuck
Yamamoto.
his name is. Whatever.
Hello, Moto.
Otani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. Yeah, well, they did save themselves some money. They dumped Gavin Lux on the Reds.
But with Otani, it's not going to hurt them now. It's going to hurt them in 10 years because when his contract when the deferred money goes in, it's 30-something million on the cap.
Regardless of the fact, it's like the Dodgers. What I kept saying, there's another YouTuber out there that I watch quite often. His name is Wardy NYM. Shout out to Wardy. He thinks, and a lot of fans think that Sasaki's going to end up in LA, if you will. I don't think he's going to end up there because he's going to be a small fish in a big pond out there. If he comes to the Mets, he's going to be a big fish in a big pond here.
Well, what
He'll be a star
doesn't
here.
what doesn't hurt him is, and we'll get to that later, is that his agent is Diaz's and Kodai Senga's.
Kodai Senga's, yeah.
So that helps that. But anyway, Corbin Burns is a Diamondback. 6 years, $210 million.
That's a slight overpay, I would think, but that's my opinion.
Corbin Burns was going to get that no matter what. It was going to be upwards of the $200 million range.
Yeah, but Arizona hasn't really. Well, Arizona was good last year.
Arizona has one of the best young staffs out there.
Yeah, but you know what Arizona's problem was last year? They had a shot at the wild card spot, but they choked at the end of the year. Maybe Burns will put them over the top.
But the thing is, too, like, look at what they have to compete with now. They have to keep up with the Dodgers.
True, but well, the Dodgers have become, and I hate to say this, and Christian, please don't take offenses. The Dodgers have become the Yankees of old. The way the Yankees used to buy every player that was a free agent big time.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers have now gone and done that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the Otanis and the Freemans and the Yamamatas or whatever the fuck his name is. You know, it's like, and Mookie Betts. It's like all the big players they either trade for or sign as free agents. You know what? It's like this is not a super team. You can't sign everybody. There was a time where because I wasn't here for it, a lot of people in baseball thought Juan Soto was going to end up in L.A.
Oh, yeah, I was one of them.
I never thought Soto was ever going to end up in L.A. because after what happened in San Diego, you could tell he never wanted to go back there. He wanted to stay on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Now you can have fun with that fat piece of shit.
Oh, the salt is real with you.
Listen. Y'all not winning nothing. In 5 years, he's opting out. Mark my words. And John, this isn't for you. This is for the one in the upper right-hand corner.
Well, you know what it is, Christian. I'll say this, and I've said this to you, and like I said, I wasn't on the air for when this broke because that's when I was sick. Christian, what did I tell you right after the season ended about Juan Soto? What did I say about him when people started talking about him in the Mets? What did I say?
John, I can't even remember what I did 10 minutes ago.
All right. Well, what I said to him was, I didn't want him here. I didn't want Soto here with the Mets because I believe he's going to bring negative chemistry to this ball club. I've said that. I've said it to everybody, and I've made no bones about it. Look, he's on my team. I'm going to root for him. But did I want him here? I wasn't doing backflips when he signed. No. I could care less, to be honest with you.
I look at it this way. Soto, obviously you were never paying for his defense. That's clear as day.
That's for goddamn sure.
You're paying for his bat. You're paying for his bat and his vision. Because let's face it, he's one of the best in the league now, pure hitters in the league now. Because he gets on base by drawing a walk. He gets on base by getting slap hits. He doesn't normally go for the home run ball like the normal power hitters. He's the better all-around bat. Now, his defense needs improvement.
But you know what? And I'm going to say this, and Christian, you'll agree with me when I say this. If he comes here the first month of the season and shits the bed, if he shits the bed, I'll just say that. When he does that little stupid shimmy he does at home plate, when a ball goes through and he does that little bend over and like, oh, what the fuck you call that move? You don't think the Met fans are going to let him know about that? Mm-hmm. They're going to ream his little ass from here to there.
Okay, and he's done that, and the national fans have let him have it when they did that. He has a World Series ring with them. The Yankee fans let him know that. He was okay with that. When the Mets fans had Lindor shit the bed for the first month, did anyone really worry that Lindor...
There were some.
Had a 10-year contract. Not many people... There were people... If you were worrying about Lindor shitting the bed, I'm sorry. You're looking at that in the wrong fucking way. It's a 10-year fucking deal. Let the man get comfortable. Soto should hit the ground running because he's already used to playing in New York City.
But I'm going to say this one thing about Lindor, then I want to move on to other things. But with Lindor, I look at it right now, Lindor's contract as opposed to Soto's contract. Lindor, you're getting at a dime store rebate. His contract as opposed to Mr. Soto's. Because after everything is said and done with bonuses and opt-ups and all that shit, and if he opts in after 5 years, this contract is going to be worth over $900-something million. Easy.
You do know, and Christian, you don't know this unless you read this. The Mets have the call option on him. Where if he opts out, all the Mets have to do is pay for an extra year.
Yep.
Okay.
So he ain't leaving. If he opts out, he's getting one more year. He ain't leaving. Unless he shits.
Oh.
Unless he royally shits the bed after 5 years, and the Mets don't want him anymore. But the minute he opts out, the Mets can just say, put another year on the contract, whatever. He's got the same thing.
You're lagging bad, dude. You're lacking bad, dude. You're breaking up bad. Every time you talk, it's like you start talking, looks like you're lagging out.
I don't know what to tell you on that one, because
Christian, you heard it, right? It wasn't just me, right?
No, I wasn't. Yeah, unless it's something on my end. Hold on, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna try calling back. All right.
Right. Is it lagging on my end? I don't know.
Not really.
Not really?
Okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it's like all of a sudden you talk, and then you would almost sound metallic and your words would like break up.
Huh? I don't know.
Maybe it was just maybe some bad spot in the area. It happens.
Might have been a bad feed for that. I mean, God forbid.
Very well could be. I mean, a majority of the time you're fine, but it's just like every once in a blue moon you broke up a little bit. But anyway, but no, no. As for Soto, look, am I going to root for him? Yeah, I'm not going to root for him to fail. It's on my team. I'm going to root for him, whether I like the guy or not. And I mean, it's not like I hate the guy. I just never was a huge fan of his. Can he hit? Yeah. Is he powerful? Yeah. Can he defend? Oh, fuck no.
No. But all right,
he needs a glove about 25 feet wide just to make it. But that's beside the point. But anyway, continue.
Nationals signed Josh Bell. The Dodgers.
They signed who?
Josh Bell.
Oh, okay. So you had another breakup there.
That's on Skype then.
Yeah,
It probably is. It probably is on Skype.
What'd you say, Ray?
Yeah, the lag's on Skype.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
what I was
that's
gonna
good.
say. Because my end is not breaking up at all. Because what's it called? The Twitch is not lagging.
All right, but hey, Josh Bell signed with the Nationals. That wasn't a bad move. I mean, it's like he knows Washington. He played here, or he played there. So that's just a fill a gap signing for them. But anyway, continue.
The Dodgers picked up the KBO infielder. What the fuck is Skype on this one? Hold on. And like, yeah, Skype is just chugging. It feels like I don't know why.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to.
Well, there's nothing you could do with that. That's just Skype being Skype. You can't do anything about that.
No.
We just gotta power through.
No, that's fine. Here we go. Royals bring back Michael
Lorenzen.
Gavin Lux is a Red, and the Giants add Verlander for a year.
That's going to put a few asses in seats, but I don't know how much you're really going to get out of Verlander this year. I think this is it I think this is Verlander's swan song. If I were him, I'd have gone back to Detroit to finish my career out. But that's just me.
I mean, that would have been fucking disgusting.
What, Verlander in Detroit again?
Yeah, with that pitching staff, yeah.
Yeah.
What, Verlander's 42 now?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, one would assume him and Scherzer are coming to the last hurrah in their years, because nobody signed Scherzer yet. He's yet to sign with somebody, as far as I know. I wouldn't be shocked. Don't come shocked. I'm going to make a prediction. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up back with the Nationals again. Finish his career. Or Detroit. Or he could go back to Detroit, too. To finish his career.
Where the hell did Christian go?
He says he's going to try to log back in because his gift was giving him shit, too. But I don't know why he hasn't come back.
Yeah.
He said he was going to call back in, but
I
I
know.
don't know why.
I'm shooting. I was going to say, keep shooting him a call.
No, but Scherzer, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up back with Washington or if he ends up going back to Detroit. I don't see him going back to Texas. He's not coming back to the Mets. That's for God sure. And it's either they're going to be Detroit or Washington. He's going to go for a swan song. If he's smart, that's where he'll go. That's my opinion.
Yeah. There you are.
No, he's not back yet.
Okay, I thought he was back. No, he's not. All right. Well, that's free agency. So let's dive into the Pete Alonso story and his callback to God, he wants. Okay, so if you haven't been following this, Pete Alonso is in free agency. He is the last big name in free agency. How to describe... Yes, he's the last big name in free agency. That doesn't mean shit, though. Because...
Who said that?
No, I'm saying that doesn't mean shit. Because the fact that he's the last man in free agency should just sit there and scream, hey, why is he not getting paid? Well, he's the last guy in free agency. Why?
Oh, when you get to me, I got an answer for that.
And, I mean, you could say Bregman, but I think Pete Alonso's a bigger name than Bregman. But coming from Scott fucking shithead and Boris, his agent, he wants a bloating contract. According to Bob Nightingale, says Alonso's demands is 9 years, $240 million, like what Prince Fielder had in 2012. I'm sorry. What? No one's making over $30 million a season as a first baseman. And you're not a Gold Glover. You're not the best defensive first baseman out there. That actually probably goes to Freddie Freeman. Or Matt Olson.
More so Freeman, but go ahead.
You have a bat, Pete. You have a bat. Yes. You should be getting $28 million a year. The fact that the Mets went 3 years, $30 million a year, and you felt insulted?
Yeah, that's a good chunk of change.
Like, I'm sorry. Go fuck yourself on that one. Pete, you should not be bitching about money. You want years or you want money? It's one of the two. If you want to be a Met for 7 years, great. You're getting less than $20 million a year, or you're getting about $20 million a year. If you want money, fine. You're getting 3 years, $30 million a year, because the Mets don't give a shit about you. They're about to go sign Vlad Guerrero for a whole lot more, and he's a better fucking hitter than you. And welcome back, Christian. You can listen. We'll sign you. Then we'll trade you to Toronto so we can get back fucking Vlad. You want to say that the Toronto Blue Jays are looking to fucking sign you? Good. Go to Toronto because you're just gonna be the next John fucking Olerud there.
I think we need to open the floor to John. Look at how he's sitting.
I know, right? or you could be the next Billy fucking Buckner in Boston. Hope your back doesn't blow out after another car accident. Sorry, Pete. Just saying. You're not injury prone, but you are injury prone. Take your money, be a Met, and shut the fuck up. Because Vlad is coming to New York. And Christian, you're welcome. We're about to get rid of a big problem in the AL East. John, floor is yours.
Let me get comfortable for this.
Ready.
All right. Now, Ronnie, you said it. You made a lot of good points, and you made a lot of valid points. But I'm going to take it a little step further. I'm going to keep this under 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to try to.
Oh, I'm going to time that to see if you... No,
I'm saying I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Don't fucking quote me.
Promo class!
Okay, Dusty. Anyway, but
Put
now,
hard times on him, John. You got to put hard times on him,
You
baby.
got to put hard times, baby.
oh well, Pete's gonna if he's listening, he's gonna hear hard times in about 2 fucking minutes. But that's beside the point.
Make this trend. Let Pete hear it.
I'll try. I'm gonna try if you shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Pete Alonso put hard times.
Pete Alonso, daddy. It's going to be hard times.
No.
The NWO is coming for your ass.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No. So look, I'm gonna say one thing about Pete Alonso. When Pete Alonso first came up, the fans in New York instantly fell in love with him. He was a big guy with a lot of power, which is something we haven't seen at first base in a long time.
Since John Olerud.
I said with power,
John Olerud had power.
not Pete Alonso power.
No, but I'm saying first baseman. That's since him. He's the best power.
Well, whatever. Let me just get my point across, please, if you will. No, but no, it's like, and it's funny. It's like during Met broadcast, you see him do that stupid commercial with Mr. Met delivering him food. You know, he's got all these different charities he's done. Claims how much he loves New York. To me, on this team, there are two possible captains on this team. Francisco Lindor and Pete. Now, like I said, hear me out before anybody says anything. Now, Pete, if you and your cancerous agent of Scott Boras, yes, I call him a cancer because he is, ask JD Martinez how well did sitting out all that time in spring until spring training was already started, how that had affected his season. Let's ask Blake Snell how sitting out almost to the beginning of the season, how well that worked out. Worked out a little better for him because he had a no-hitter. Give credit where it's due.
Fuck him.
I know how you feel about him, but it's like I look what how bad Boras ruined Michael Conforto. He had Conforto thinking he was God's gift to the outfielders. He ended up getting fucked. Conforto's never been the same.
Let's ask Montgomery how it is.
Like I'm just talking about Mets in general, and big names, yeah, because
Montgomery was a big name. Montgomery was a big name.
Yeah, Montgomery. That's why it's so bad the Diamondbacks have been looking to ship his ass out of here. But I digress. But no. But Pete, if you want to go down this road and make it all about money, you're going to do one thing that another former Met did. And, well, his career's never been the same due to injury, but it tarnished his career, in my opinion. And that's Jake. Jake tarnished his career. He's got a World Series ring. What did he do for that ring? Ow, my arm. He didn't do a fucking thing. He didn't do a goddamn thing to earn that thing. He was on the team that won it. Yeah. That's all he did.
Yep, pretty much.
He didn't earn a goddamn thing. Pete, you have a chance to build a dynasty here. You want your name to go up in the rafters like another man that's going up this summer? David Wright, who gave his body to this team? You want number 20 up in the rafters? You stay here and stop listening to that cancerous fucking Boras. Because that's all that man is. He couldn't cut it as a baseball player, and he became an agent. And Boras, you're a piece of shit. No one in baseball likes you, and if you were to drop tomorrow, nobody would shed a fucking tear. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, right?
But maybe your family would, but that's about as far as that goes. I've seen a lot of former clients who probably have a lot less to say about him. But anyway, I digress. But Pete, you have the chance to make Met history by breaking the home run record and to have the longevity of a homegrown player starting and ending your career with the same team. The reason I say that is because there's only been one New York guy that has done that. And he was across town, and he's in the fucking Hall of Fame where he deserves to be, and that's Derek fucking Jeter. Jeter had chances to leave. He chose not to because he's like, my heart's with the Yankees, I'm staying here. That's what Pete should be doing. And stop listening to buttfuck Boras. He needs to stop. Because it's not going to work out well for him. He's going to end up going to another team, and he's going to be a small fish in a big pond over there. Oh, the Angels are interested. Yeah, you're going to be playing in the shadow of Mike fucking Trout.
The Cubs are interested. Yeah, how well did that work for Rosario, and how well did that work for fucking...
let's see.
Chris Bryant.
There's a pitcher there that's a rookie all-star that's going to be a big star in Imanaga. Good luck playing behind him.
Well, not even
and
that.
playing in his,
Not even
and playing
that.
in his shadows.
How does it feel? Also, okay. Go play for the Cubs. How well did Chris Bryant do leaving the Cubs?
None of them did. None of the guys that left there, Rizzo, Bryant.
Rizzo,
Anthony
I have to take a step back on because that motherfucker got like 3 concussions and he's never been the same.
Regardless, but the whole
Chris
bottom
Bryant
line
took
is,
the money. Chris Bryant took the money and fucking ran.
But here's the bottom line, and I'm going to wrap this up in one word. Pete, you need to stay. If not, you're a fucking traitor. And people will burn your jerseys in fucking effigy like the Yankee fans did to Juan Soto. If you don't think it's going to happen, try them. Met fans have a long fucking memory. You mentioned Jacob deGrom to them, a lot of them are going to fucking grimace or scowl or make some kind of fucking comment about it.
And now DeGrom wants to come back.
Fuck him and his rubber arm. Fuck him. He's worthless. He's past his prime. He's done.
Fuck him right butthole.
He's a fifth man in the. He's a fifth man
He's not
in the
even
bullpen.
a fifth man. He's a. Oh, is there anybody left to pitch a double header?
Yeah, that's what I said. He's the fifth man in the bullpen.
It's more like a 50th man. He's more like a 50th man in the bullpen. But anyway, he's done. His career's over, and he blew it by. I still think, and I've said this to people before, and I've said it to Met fans, and they've all laughed, that when DeGrom left for Texas, the jinx was in on him. And karma bit him square in the ass. And I have a feeling if Pete goes along the same thing, it's going to bite him in the ass.
There is a possibility that could happen, yeah.
So, Pete, bottom line it. Either you stay and become an icon, or fuck you and leave and become a fucking traitor.
Yeah.
I'm done. That's it. And after that, I got to go take a Craven.
Okay. Yeah, make sure you wipe the Hunter. So one other news just actually broke this afternoon. Ahmed Rosario signed a 1-year contract with the Nationals today. The Nationals are trying to get themselves a playoff seed, I think, with all these 1-year deals.
They might be. I'd like to hear about Christian's take on the Yankees signing Goldie.
Yeah, because we've been gone since that's happened.
Yeah. I don't know. It was something I wasn't expecting. I know he's a little bit older, but he's one hell of a defender from what I was reading. I mean, I saw him play up close this past summer when the Cardinals came to the Bronx. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's funny. The Yankees have 4 former MVPs now on their team. Judge, Stanton, Bellinger, and Paul Goldschmidt. That's funny.
Hey, but just a quick question. Do you guys hear an echo on mine?
No, I don't.
Okay, there's no reverb? Okay, cool. I don't know. For some reason, I'm seeing my mic's getting picked up on Skype. That's why I wasn't sure. Christian, thoughts on, because you were gone when we said this, Josh Bell getting signed to the Nats.
By who?
The Nats.
Ain't nobody care.
Both.
Ain't nobody care.
No, I was going to say, moving on, different question for both of you. Where do you think, the third, why am I spacing on his name? Third baseman for, Houston.
Who, Bregman?
Bregman, where do you think he goes?
Detroit. He played for AJ Hinch. So,
okay.
yeah, I say Detroit.
Is Snell a free agent this year?
No, he's in San Francisco.
No, he's with the Dodgers now.
I mean, with the
He
Dodgers,
just signed. That's right. He was a free agent.
Yeah.
Did Chapman? Montgomery hasn't signed yet.
No, Montgomery's with the Diamondbacks. He's not a free agent. Montgomery signed with the Diamondbacks for the next couple of years.
Oh. No one's going to sign him.
No, the free agent class is down to only
Bregg and
a few bits and pieces here and there. And mostly after that, it's just bench and bullpen guys. That's all that's left. There's no big names other than Pete and Bregman. That's it. And no comments on my thought. No rebuts to anything I said, or that's
not really.
just that.
You're pretty much good on that.
Okay.
Oh, Santanera's still out there too.
I have a feeling he's going to end up getting he's going to get a 1-year prove me deal somewhere.
Did Flaherty sign with the O's, or is he a free agent?
He's still a free agent too.
I'm surprised no one's gotten him yet.
No, Flaherty wants a 4 or 5 year deal, and nobody wants to give it to him.
Sasaki is still out there. So there's 4 guys that are still out there. Or 5, sorry. Flaherty, Sasaki, Alonso, Bregman,
Santander.
Yeah, Santander. So it's down to like 5, and then bench players, and then
the Iglesias, the Winkers, the Matons, all the little insignificant pieces.
Iglesias will stay as a Met.
I have a feeling that's going to happen. I have a feeling Winker's going to come back too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having him as a fifth outfielder.
Before you came back, broke today this afternoon around noon. The Nats made another signing, Ahmed Rosario.
You know what? He was one of the crowning jewels of that trade for Lindor. His career has gone down the toilet.
Yeah, but I think the Nats are trying to push for a bottom playoff berth.
They're trying to tank, in other words.
No. I think they're trying to get in so it's weird. They're gonna have talent on this team. But is it a bunch of known talent? No, it's a bunch of washed up talent, but it's talent that can get them a 7 seed.
I'm sorry, Rosario.
I'm not saying he's not closing out the team, but he's going to be somebody that is a fitting piece. And we don't know because you got to remember, it's now the second year of all these rookies that just came up from the minor leagues last year. Let's see how they develop.
There's that one kid that plays left field. What's his name? James Woods, I think his name is.
You have the catcher that's still there. That's his second year from there. There are kids that this team could. Listen, I'm not saying they're winning the division because Philly, New York, and Atlanta are stacked.
And the only other thing that worries me about Washington is what's going to happen with C.J. Abrams, because what happened to him at the end of last season when he gambled and they sent him down to AAA and he never played the rest of the season. And he felt that I would not be shocked if he gets moved.
No, I can see him getting moved, but we'll figure that out. All right. So, moving on, we'll move on to some of the kind of lesser topics. Ryan, I know you wanted to talk about this, but Ovechkin, less than 24 goals away from passing Wayne Gretzky.
Which is impressive as fuck. You're doing something right when you're going for one of the great ones.
Yeah. Actually, did he score? So I just saw the Washington game. It's 1-1 Washington. I wonder if Ovi scored again.
What's the record right now? What is Gretzky's record at? Does anybody have the exact number or no?
I can look it up if you give me 1 second. I just want to see if Ovechkin scored goals. There we go. Quinn here. Where's Ovi? There it is. Ovechkin. Nope. All right. It was Pierre. Okay. Ovi got the assist on it, so he got another fucking point on it. NHL all-time leading goals. Gretzky is at goals. games played. Where are you? Goals. 894. And OV's at 872.
That's fucking impressive. I mean, that's coming from not a hockey fan. That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's 71 goals even ahead of Gordie Howe is still impressive on that. And the fact that he's like, and we're not even halfway through the hockey season.
Oh, he's gonna bust through that record. That's
23 goals. 23 goals is a lot, or 22 is a lot.
Right.
I don't see him not doing it.
But at the same time, too, if he ties it, I hate saying this, does he tie it or does he break it? If he's going into not even the last game, like if he has a chance to tie it, you tie it. But if he's going in the last game, one down, like, do you take an empty netter for the, like, if there's an empty netter, do you take it for the record, or do you share the title with the great one?
That's the question.
Well, let me ask you, Ryan, since you're the one who brought this topic up. If you want to really be well known as the greatest hockey player in history, greatest scorer in hockey, do you like what Ronnie said, do you take the tie, or do you want to become memorable by saying, I overtopped the great one?
A pretty big boost to his reputation if he takes Gretzky's record. Nothing away from the great Gordie Howe, but he's not the great one.
Right.
I mean, he's never going to be the great one. I mean, Gretzky's always going to be the great one, no matter what people do.
I mean, let's face it. The fact that you can take every goal away from Gretzky and Gretzky's still the all-time points leader just says everything.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Christian don't give two shits.
I really don't.
No.
I'm over here looking at pierced areolas.
Hello.
Damn.
So, I mean,
Match point to Christian.
yeah. Ryan, is there anything else you want to add to that? Because I mean, like, the fact that, like, it's a small little bit of news that we wanted to bring up.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be great whenever he breaks it.
Yeah. Diving into the NBA, and this is something I wanted to talk about. So, Charles Barkley was on a podcast, and a bunch of people I've been seeing on TikTok, this whole LeBron versus Jordan argument still going on, and it needs to stop. It really does. It's getting ridiculous, and the fact that they're even saying LeBron is 1B to Michael Jordan is asinine. I'm sorry. LeBron just passed, what was it? It was most consecutive double. It was, what was it? Most triple doubles, right? Christian, he just passed that, right?
Nah, most 30-point games.
Most 30-point games. So, my favorite line for how you can prove that LeBron is never going to be the GOAT is what his teammate said in the locker room after he did it. He looked directly at the camera and goes, so your teammate just passed Michael for the most 30-point games. I know he's your favorite player. How does that make you feel? He goes, great, my teammate deserved it. It took him 8 more years to do it than Jordan, though.
Yep. There's no real argument for LeBron better than Jordan.
I'm sorry. You know what the argument is? Who's better, Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe, all day.
Kobe.
But I'm saying that you could at least have a decent conversation and an argument behind.
No, you can't. No, you can't, because it's not a debate. The only thing LeBron does better than Kobe, he has more tattoos. He held on to his hair a little longer, and he didn't cheat on his wife.
No, fuck. Those are hair plugs, Christian. Go
Oh, yeah, we already know.
That motherfucker hair
Nah,
plug.
that's it. And LeBron is a better teammate than Kobe. People want to play with LeBron. People don't want to play with Kobe.
Yeah, because LeBron, let's face it, what no one wants to talk about is LeBron never came into the league as a shooter. He was a passer that can score. He was the better version of what Magic Johnson was back in the day.
You just took the words right out my mouth. He is a better scoring version of Irvin Magic Johnson, and I'm positive about that.
Yeah. So like,
You're right.
If
You're
you're
not
gonna say
wrong.
that, but he's not Jordan. He doesn't have the
Nah,
killer.
I mean,
he doesn't have the killer
LeBron-
instinct like Jordan does. Period.
Right, see, yeah, that's the knock that I've always had on LeBron James is, is he the most talented to come into the NBA? Oh, yeah, without question. I mean, LeBron lived up to the hype and still continues to show why he's still elite. I mean, you may dislike it, you may love it, but, the only things I have against LeBron are, one, like you said, Ronnie, he doesn't have that killer mentality. Like, he doesn't have
He will give
that
up the ball
dog.
he will give up the
He doesn't-
ball
yeah.
instead of making the shot.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron doesn't have that Mamba in him. He wouldn't Mamba in a fucking salsa line. You
Damn.
know,
There's a
that's one.
soundbite.
Two, LeBron lost a little too much when it mattered. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I will say that LeBron has faced tougher teams than Jordan ever did. But another knock that I have on LeBron is Jordan prevented Hall of Famers.
You're right,
from
but I'm
winning.
going to argument about the whole thing with Jordan. Like with that, I'll let you finish, but I'm going to argue. I'm going to give you a thing to think about when it comes to Jordan and LeBron. When it comes to who they played.
Listen, Jordan prevented Hall of Famers from winning championships. Hall of Famers have won on LeBron. Dirk and Jason Kidd. Those three in Boston. Those three in Boston are the reason why he went to Miami.
Yep.
Those Pistons teams, Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace.
One of the worst teams in the NBA history to win a world title.
Look at what he faced in Golden State. 4 Hall of Famers. Steph, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, and Draymond Nutmeg Green. LeBron, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think LeBron is a great player. LeBron is top 3 that I've seen. I'm not going to put him over Kobe, and I'm not going to put him over Mike. LeBron, I mean, LeBron's skill set, you look at everything he's done. I mean, he's the all-time leading scorer. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't bad for somebody who was considered to be pass first coming into the league. I mean, I respected LeBron a little bit more when he went to Miami, because that's when he just kind of took off the nice guy thing and just kind of gave everybody a middle finger, because they never gave him help in Cleveland.
Full heel turn like that. Yeah, you're right.
They never gave him help. Like, think about it. A lot of the greats who have played in the NBA. Okay, I'll even give you a better one. Everybody that's won an NBA title, right?
Yeah.
What's the one thing that they all have in common? Let me see if you can figure this out, Rodney.
Well, they have a solid number 2.
No, not necessarily. Not what I was thinking. You want me to just tell you?
Yeah, just say, because I was going to say, because Jordan had Pippen. That was the big
Yeah,
thing. LeBron didn't really have.
but-
LeBron didn't have. Curry had Clay or KD.
Nah, every NBA team that's won a championship within the last 25 to 30 years or so has had Hall of Famers.
Okay, yeah.
Think about it. The Bulls, Jordan, Rodman, Pippen. The coach is a Hall of Famer. Tony Kukoc is a Hall of Famer. Who else? You look at that Pistons team that beat the Lakers. Chauncey Billups and Ben Wallace.
Ben
You
Wallace,
look at all those.
Rasheed.
Nah, Rasheed Wallace isn't a Hall of Famer.
No, but he was.
Yeah. You look at those Spurs teams: Duncan, Parker, Ginobili. Greg Popovich, David Robinson. What you looking for? That cup?
No,
I see you looking around.
The cup is right in front of me.
Motherfucker.
No, he was talking about the other cup.
Hey, yo. Golden State, who we just mentioned. Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond. You know, Cleveland, when LeBron won that one. Like, obviously, LeBron. You know, I think Kyrie is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Kyrie. If not as,
definitely.
Well, remember, he'll get in for his college shit.
Yeah, Milwaukee, Giannis. You know, you look at those Lakers teams, Kobe, Pau Gasol, Kobe, Shaq. So, yeah, you know, like LeBron. The funny thing is, everyone wants to say LeBron has never really played with anybody, but he had the most teammates on that top 75 list. You realize that, right?
Yeah. And now he's playing with AD.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing with AD for what, 5-6 years now?
COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Since the bubble.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron, you know, LeBron is just that nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would rather pass you the ball in a clutch moment. And that's the one thing I don't like about him. Like, yo, you're 6'8" and you're 250 pounds.
Jordan only passed the ball.
Drive your ass to the lane.
Jordan only dished the ball one time, and that was to Kerr in a final game to take the buzzer shot. That's it.
Yeah.
Jordan, and I remember that because you never saw Jordan give up the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
But I want to also say one thing. You were saying how LeBron to win titles played a tougher opponents. You're right. But remember who Jordan had to play to get to those finals.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true too. But I mean, look, there were stacked teams that LeBron was playing against. Like, those three in Boston.
Oh, yeah. But, like, think about it. Jordan had to stop fucking Bird multiple times. I mean, granted, Bird was towards the tail end of his career. He had to stop freaking Shaq, a prime young Shaq.
Shaq. Shaq's prime was in L.A.
L.A., right. And Penny Hardaway.
All right, yeah, I got a name. I'm sorry to interrupt your career. What about David Robinson when it comes to that?
Listen.
Yeah.
David Robinson is probably one of the most versatile centers in the history of the NBA because he could shoot, he could play inside, he could play outside. I remember when he gave Shaq 71 points.
Robinson didn't really come into his own until Jordan left.
Yeah.
And what about there's another name I got to throw out there, but when you're done.
No,
there's another name.
What were you going to say? What were you going to say?
Well, what about Reggie Miller?
See, and that's another name I was going to say. Reggie. That Pistons team was fucking stacked in the 90s. That Knicks team was fucking stacked with Ewing and Stark. Like, the road to get to the finals for Jordan was insane. And
Forget Larry Johnson, too. You're forgetting that name.
Grandmama. Like, you got guys like Tim Hardaway. You got fucking, Glenn Rice. You got fucking Reggie. You got, then when he gets to the finals, he gets Karl Malone and John Stockton. Twice.
What happened? But there's a name I got. I've always wondered, because like I said, I'm not a basketball fan, so maybe one of you can explain. What happened at Grant Hill?
Grant Hill's another fucking great player.
Listen, John. He was on his way. Listen, he. Oh my God.
He's another guy.
You look at him early on in his Pistons career.
Because I remember when there was a time I was collecting basketball cards and everybody's saying, "Oh, if you get Grant Hill, it's like writing a check." Because he's
Grant Hill. I mean, look, Grant was known more for what he did in college at Duke, but Grant unfortunately got hurt and he wasn't really. I mean, he nearly died.
He's one of the best. He's one of, if not the best, Pistons to never win a ring.
Yeah, I mean, Grant Hill was Oh my
He
God.
was the Pistons. When you saw the Pistons logo in the 90s, it was Grant Hill.
Yeah, and he's a phenomenal analyst because he analyzes the NBA and college basketball.
So there is one thing I also want to say, Christian, that no one can argue about this. If Jordan never retired, he's never losing a fucking final.
No, he would have lost one.
No, he wouldn't have. The year that he took
Against Houston?
the year that he went. No, dude, he would have went straight through. He would have probably won 7 straight.
Okay, and who would have had an answer for Hakeem?
Oh,
exactly.
You had Longley.
Yeah, okay, come on, man. That's
but also, too, you don't know what they would have done in the offseason.
Man, please. That's barbecue Aussie. Stop
it.
I'm not the one actually that said that. Fucking Chuck said that.
Man, stop it.
There's another name that just popped into my head. I don't know why it just popped into my head. Remember Spud Webb?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And the heartbreak that every fucking Hawks fan.
I don't, to this day, I still don't know how that man did what he did, how he pulled off what he pulled off.
I mean, Nate Webb did the same thing 10 years ago as a Knick. They called him the next Spud Webb because he was fucking dunking, and it was ridiculous. But to close it out, what I was saying is, though, let's face it, Jordan, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Jordan's better than LeBron. I love all these people that are like, oh, well, no, LeBron. No, LeBron is a better teammate, yes. But also, here's the thing. Let's rewind time. Everyone's like, oh, could LeBron play in Jordan's era? Yes, he could, but he would never have lasted as long as he did. Let's do this. Let's reverse it. Let's put Jordan in this era with this technology, and then they both start from zero. Jordan is smoking LeBron. No ifs, ands, or buts. Jordan is and you have the same style of career that this happened. Jordan is going to be the fucking best period stop because he's got the same eating regimens. He'll be told not to smoke. His gambling will stop. He will be focused on basketball because that is the problem nowadays. These kids and these athletes are focused on one sport. They are not out there doing what they're doing. LeBron looks like a Greek god at 40. Like, yeah, because he's only focused on basketball. You see Jordan at 40, he was smoking a cigar. He was smoking stogies in the fucking Wizards locker room.
Yeah, but Jordan was 6-0 in finals by the age of 40.
Oh, I understand that, but you get what I'm saying, though. It's like, put the regiment that Jordan had, or that LeBron has now, to Jordan. How great would Jordan be?
Yeah.
And he could still play he would still be playing the way that he is to 40. Oh, well, his Wizards time cut. Yeah, the motherfucker was out of the league for what, 5 years? When he was the Wizards owner?
Yeah.
And don't forget that time he tried to play baseball.
Well, that was the year that I'm saying. If he never went to play baseball, the one hiatus year, yeah, the case might be completely closed. This motherfucker went and play. The other thing is, too, I'm sorry. This motherfucker went to play baseball, came back, and did another three-peat after three-peating. What the fuck? Like, that's unheard of. Because it's never been done and will never happen again. All right. We'll skip the other two because we got about 40 minutes probably left because I want to be out by 11.
All right, let's do it.
Going to college football. We'll do, Ryan, me and you will do the shit that we got to do for clap cleats and
do it next week.
Caesars.
It'll be all right.
Yep.
Go check out Clap Caesar Sportsbook. Use fucking code NerdPort. There's your fucking plugs this week, motherfuckers.
Yep. No promos. We're gonna have like I said, we're gonna have whole new shit going on the next couple weeks. It's under construction. All
Clap
right.
Cleats.
Yep.
NerdPort.
Yes. All right. I'm not even going to talk about the NIL deal because fuck that. I'll do another video on that later because they need to change the NIL deal. Stop making a free agency. The only bit of news, I'm not even going to talk about the bowl games because whatever. Congratulations, what's it called? The Cinnabon Pop-Tart for getting cooked.
We'll see you next year in the zombie pop tart
Yeah,
section.
zombie Pop-Tart. There literally is now a zombie Pop-Tart.
Speaking of pop tarts, you ever seen the movie about how pop tarts came to be?
Yes, I did. The Jerry Seinfeld movie?
It is absolutely ridiculous and absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, John, I shit you not. After they killed the Pop-Tart, they brought him back to life as a zombie and put him in the rafters that he was an angel.
And he was still all eaten.
He was
shit.
still all eaten. Like he looked like he was a zombie. That's the funniest fucking, that's the dumbest shit. But it's fucking hilarious. Ryan, do we have some Miami/Wisconsin news?
You got
Tyler Van Dyke is hit the transfer portal and will now be at SMU next year.
all right, good for him.
And coach who from Penn State, James Franklin, is kind of in some hot water, but he threw some hard shade at Notre Dame. Christian, have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
So during the press conference today, James Franklin has come out and said that every school should be in a conference and every school should play in a conference title game.
Oh.
Right in front of the Notre Dame head coach.
Oops.
Oh.
No, that wasn't an oops. He goes, this is no disrespect to Notre Dame or the coach, but every team should play a conference title game. I go, yeah, that's an oxymoron right there because he's sitting right next to you. But, Christian, thoughts on that? And then we'll pass it around the room.
It's kind of funny. If I'm being real with you. Yeah, it's kind of funny. To come out and say it and he's right there. You don't think Notre Dame's not going to use this as motivation?
I think Notre Dame is going to use it as motivation, but I really don't know if that's going to help Notre Dame because it really is going to depend on how the passing game goes in the game. Granted, we'll talk about this when we get to the games, but it's really going to be, can the safety stick? Can the corners and safety stick Notre Dame? Because Notre Dame ain't going to run the fucking ball on Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Penn State's known for, loading the box and making them win on passing.
Right.
So, what are you going to do? I mean, Notre Dame is there, but Penn State, I think, honest to God, I think Penn State is the seasoned team coming into this.
I don't know if I go that far because what I saw Notre Dame do to Georgia last week, they made Georgia a one-dimensional football team, and they beat Georgia in the fashion that Georgia would beat their opponents. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what I mean is they made you think that the Bulldogs had a chance, but then once they got 20 yards within that red area, they shut them down. Like, they made them one-dimensional.
So, I got the box score up right here. And this is what scares me with this. All right. So, Riley Leonard went 15 for 24 for 90 yards. But and this is the problem. Notre Dame rushed 37 times for 154 yards. They're not, if they can pull off 150 on Penn State, I will that's fucking amazing. They will win. But you ain't doing that on Penn State.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not completely sold on Penn State because they had so many chances to really put Boise State away. And they let Boise hang around in the Fiesta Bowl.
I'll bring up Genty's stats when we go on after this. Here's the thing, though. Notre Dame's defense should scare a lot of people. They're not a rushing team, but Gunnar Stockton, a backup, straight up backup that probably will never see the light of day in the NFL. 20 for 32 for 234 yards and a touchdown against a Notre Dame defense that, let's face it, after their loss to Northern Illinois, ran the fucking table, and everyone, and I'm sorry, I'll say his name because he won't appear. When Chris fucking texts us and saying Army and Navy were a big game for them, when both Army and Navy shot themselves in the foot with 8 fucking turnovers each. No, Notre Dame won on because Army and Navy shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Notre Dame is a good team. They're a good team. But who have they really beaten? So I'll give you this. They beat Texas A&M in 12th man. That's a huge win. But they only won by 10. You then come back and lose to Northern Illinois at home. Then you rattle off the rest, but you beat Purdue in Purdue, Miami of Ohio, Louisville, which was a scare, Stanford, who's not good this year, Georgia Tech might be your solid win, Navy, they shot themselves in the foot, who was ranked, FSU, who is awful this year, Virginia, who is awful this year, Army, who shot themselves in the foot, and USC, you only won by a touchdown. You made the playoffs, great. You're winning, great. But you haven't really, like you said, Georgia was a beat-up team, and they beat Georgia at their own game. But Penn State, as much as they're damaged, they're coming in fresh, if that makes sense. You get what I mean, Christian?
Yeah.
Like, they're coming in season, but they're still all there.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a fun game because Notre Dame and Penn State are more alike than I think people realize. They're both physical. They're both hard-hitting. They both want to control and dominate the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a defensive struggle. This is going to be a dogfight, whereas Ohio State and Texas, that's going to be a track meet, in my opinion.
So, Genty ran for 104 yards on Penn State. But also, let's face it, Genty should have been the Heisman winner.
Mm-hmm.
And you must feel fucking pissed off right now knowing where he's projected to go in the draft.
Where, second round?
Second round to another warm place for Jerry.
I mean, look, I don't care where a guy gets drafted because some of the all-time greats who have played this sport didn't get drafted in the first round.
No,
get your name.
No. I'm saying he's going to Dallas.
Hey, they need a running back.
Yeah, they do. Like I'm saying, like you're not gonna like seeing him 2 times a year though.
It's okay. He'll be in Cancun by January 10th.
Waiting for a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Now Zeke's in LA, which is probably his best spot to be a Charger.
Why would they do that when they got J.K. Dobbins?
I'm saying they can use him, but he's a good goal line guy.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Ryan, do you have any thoughts on the whole Notre Dame should be in a conference?
I do not.
John?
I don't either. No.
I think Notre Dame should be in the Big Ten. I don't give a shit what they say. Oh, they're in the ACC. No, Notre Dame has more rivalries in the Big Ten than anyone. Notre Dame, Michigan, as well as never really has been played that often. And now that USC's there, it needs to happen. Like, that needs to be where they are. Because, I mean, the Shillelagh, you could put Stanford on as a non-conference game. Great. But you need Notre Dame going to the Big Ten actually makes more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
And also, too, there's a team in New Jersey that want to crack at them.
Who could you ever be speaking
Gee,
of?
I don't know. What's the team that I've been preaching since fucking day one here?
Are you really trying to give us that question?
Yeah. Are you really that serious? Yeah. Yeah, Rutgers. Rutgers has been dying for a crack at Notre Dame for years, and Notre Dame has not had the balls to schedule at them. Because I'll tell you right now, that happens. Fucking College Game Day is coming to New Jersey.
There you go.
But speaking of which, Christian, I didn't even ask you. Are you previewing these two games?
I am.
Okay, did you preview any yet?
No, I do Penn State Notre Dame tomorrow, and then I do the Ohio State Texas game Friday, and then I resume the NFL playoffs on Saturday.
All right, so since we are waiting on that, Christian, let's start off with Notre Dame and Penn State. What do you got for us?
Well, I think the key for Notre Dame is going to be watching. It's going to be paying attention to Tyler Warren. Like, Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton, they're going to get theirs. But you have to know where Tyler Warren is. I think he's the best player for Penn State. But as I mentioned, both these teams are so similar to one another because they don't really have prolific passing attacks. And can Drew Allard create down the field? He's going to have to make a big throw. But that's going to be difficult because Notre Dame has such an opportunistic secondary. And if you make a mistake, they will make you pay for it. This is going to come down to ball control. This is going to come down to the line of scrimmage. Who can win that war in the trenches? I preview this one an hour before kickoff tomorrow. I'll be on the lookout.
Okay. Ryan, who you taking, Notre Dame or Penn State?
Give me Notre Dame.
John, Fighting Irish?
I want to take Penn State.
My question is, like I said, can the Irish run the ball on Penn State's front seven? Because if they do, it's going to be a long night for Penn State. Because their secondary is not the best, but their secondary is what needs to hold up for them to win.
Right.
I would love... This game is a coin flip to Vegas. It's a 1.5 point spread. The total is over 44.5. Guess what? There's going to be no point scored in this game. It's going to be like a 10-7 game. This game is going to be a defensive fucking struggle. Take the under. And especially if there's rain possibly on Thursday. It all depends on what happens. The one
Where they
thing,
playing? Where they playing?
Miami.
Oh, okay.
Now, the one thing Penn State has on Notre Dame is a rest. They have rest. Because Notre Dame did not play a game until Monday. Because, did not play a game until, Monday, right? Thursday. The 2nd.
Yeah, they played Thursday last week.
So they played a full week. Meanwhile, Penn State is played on Tuesday. So they have a little bit more rest to get healthy. Notre Dame doesn't. Granted, they were trying to change the game to Saturday. Not the point. And that was actually James Franklin's idea to move it to Saturday. Figure that out. I think going into this, Notre Dame is too banged and bruised. I think Penn State will squeak this game out by a field goal. Give me Penn State and hit Zombie Nation. Now we flip it over to the other side for the Cotton Bowl. Sponsored by Goodyear. I was going to say, it's always Goodyear. What am I fucking talking about? Ohio State, the Ohio State, versus the Hook'em Horns of Texas. It's in Jerry's World. It's in Arlington. Christian, give us the preview.
Yeah, Ohio State, I think the best thing that could have happened to them was losing to Michigan because they have been the best looking team in this entire tournament. They've done it with phenomenal production from the offensive line.
I'll be back. Christian,
All
keep
right.
going. I'll be back.
Yeah, no, they've done it with phenomenal production from the offensive line. Will Howard is completing 73% of his passes, and the other weapons are stepping up. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Emeka Egbuka, they run the ball. Travion Henderson, Quinshawn Judkins. But what's really stood out to me has been their defense. This defense has really made teams one-dimensional against Tennessee, daring Nico Iamaleava of Tennessee to throw the ball and make a big throw down the field. Couldn't do it. Then against Oregon, just starting quickly and never letting their foot off the gas. And as far as Texas, which version of them shows up? Like, that's the thing. Texas, they didn't look all that great against Clemson. Let Arizona State climb back into the game. So it really just depends. This is going to be a track meet. And John, I don't know if you heard me with Penn State and Notre Dame. I said Penn State and Notre Dame was a dogfight, whereas Ohio State and Texas is a track meet. It's going to be run and gun. They're going to light the scoreboard up. I preview this one on Friday. I think the key for Texas, they got to get home to Will Howard because he's had too much time to sit back in that pocket and throw the football. I preview this an hour before kickoff on Friday. Be on the lookout.
All right. Ryan, who you taking?
Give me a sec.
John?
Oh, Ohio State.
OSU. I'm going to say the one thing that no one's going to say about this, and it's kind of funny. Texas gets something back that they haven't had all year or during the playoffs. And it might sound silly to some people, but I'll tell you right now, to Texas, this is not. They get Bevo back.
Mm-hmm.
Bevo will be on the sidelines for this game. If you're going to sit there and tell me that means nothing, you are lying. You don't know Texas very well. These fucking Steer is on the sidelines at every fucking game. And the fact that they haven't had him in the playoffs, it shows they haven't been playing well. Guess what? They get him back. Hook 'em horns. Give me Texas. And to everyone that out there saying that the refs fucked over Arizona State, that was not helmet to helmet. I'm just going to say it now, ladies and gentlemen. You're blind. Targeting is not what that play was. Face mask to face mask is not targeting. He never lowered the crown of his head. He actually lowered his body. He never left his feet and launched. It was a clean tackle that just happened to be face mask to face mask. It's football, people. Stop having it. These players think they're that fucking soft.
Fair point.
Christian, what's your thoughts on it? Because
On what?
the non-targeting.
Oh, man, that call is ruining college football because how are these guys supposed to hit? Because everything is so maximized now for college that the efforts for a defensive player are minimized. And I'll tell you guys right now, if I'm an active player today in this generation of football,
I'm taking it his knees.
That's the only thing you can do because it's not going to result in a flag. It's not going to result in an ejection. Or if you're in the NFL, it's not going to result in
A fine.
you having to give the NFL league office $35,000 in fines. But no, the reason why I'm saying I hate it is because I like to hit people. I mean, look, I was on the field. No, I wasn't trying to injure you, but once I hit you, you were gonna remember who I was, and I wanted to make you remember me. For as much as they try to boost up the offensive production, put flags on a quarterback because you breathe on a quarterback, you're getting a flag thrown.
Like, when it comes to this whole, it was targeting. Oh, the refs don't even know what targeting is. Targeting has been a rule in college and NFL since the start of regular helmets. It's called spearing. That's what targeting used to be. You can't leave your feet and hit somebody with your helmet. That's been the... Go read a rule book. That's been in the rule book since day fucking one. Sorry. I'm like Christian. I like to hit people. I'm a defensive end by trade. I watch these defenders, and we can do... Bitch, wrap somebody up and drive your head through their fucking sternum and put them in the dirt. It's not that fucking hard to understand what targeting is. Did he lower his head? No. Guess what? I've literally watched calls that I've like, I could see that being targeting. I watched that play. That was not targeting. If he dropped the ball, maybe you can claim that as a defenseless receiver. But that is not targeting. That was a clean tackle. And the ref saw it the same way. Because, I mean, Christian, how many times have we seen that hit while playing?
Yeah.
That is the perfect form tackle. That is a stalk block. And let's face it, that is a fucking stalk tackle. That is every defensive end taught how to tackle on a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Or defensive back. Sorry. That is how they are taught. That is how you're taught to block as a wide receiver. Okay, what's next? We're going to just put these guys in fucking bubble wrap? We're going to do Zorb football?
Why not?
Basketball.
Yeah. What's next? We're going to get basketball?
No, we're sarcastic.
Sarcastable, yes. Oh, you hurt my feelings. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Butters MVP because he was the nicest ever.
Oh, it's just... I think that watching people on TikTok and watching people over social media bitch and moan and not know the fucking rules to a sport. Like, oh, well, so-and-so. Guess what? I've listened to every NFL analyst, and I don't think I've heard one say that was targeting. Even Cam Newton, God, how crazy he's gone lately, didn't think that was targeting.
I told y'all I met him, right?
Yeah.
John, I ran into Cam Newton.
Really now?
Yeah, got a picture of him. I didn't get one with him, but nah, he gave me some pound cake, some fist bump.
Very cool.
Yeah, nah, that's a big dude.
Like, is he gone a little crazy? Yeah. Has he doubled down on a lot of stuff? Yeah. But let's face it, he flat out said that wasn't targeting. This dude's a former NFL quarterback. I think he would know what the rule of targeting is. But anyway, another thing I want to do, and I'll do a video on it later, the college football playoff needs to go to 16 teams. Because, real quick, every team that had a bye lost. Now, why is that? In my opinion, I think the fact that they had rest actually hurt them.
Yeah, that always can be used against a team with a bye. How many times have we seen teams in the NFL playoffs in a divisional round where a 4 or 5 seed comes into their place
and upsets a 1?
Upsets them. I mean, we saw it on the same day one year when the Titans were the 1 seed in the AFC. And Cincinnati went in there and upset them, which I saw coming from a mile away. But San Francisco going on the road into Green Bay and beating up on the Packers.
Yeah. But like, okay, well, what do we need? Well, I say we have a 16-team league or 16-team playoff, and you treat it like March Madness. Every conference winner is in. And then you seed the rest. And you do. And guess what? To every SEC person that says Alabama deserved to be in there, gee, I got Oklahoma saying differently from the beginning of the year. And then I got Michigan saying differently from wiping the floor of fucking Roll Tide. Big Blue just curb stomped the Tide.
Nice choice of words.
Yeah? That's the problem. Oh, Alabama. No, it's the same thing. You format it the way it needs to be. But the 3 teams that have won out of the group of 5, or the 4 teams that didn't get into the group of 5 should have been in. Because guess what? Guess what one of the games would have been, Christian?
What?
Penn State Army in Beaver Stadium.
Oh.
Not saying Army could have upset them, but that would have been a fucking game. Every team should get a home game, because then if they lose in the second round on bowl seasons, there is no bitching. Everyone has a clean slate. The buys of the top 4 teams did not help them. Buys don't really help anybody for the most part. Oh, getting healthy. No, it keeps them loose. Look at, like, in the NFL. Remember when Indiana always had the 1 seed? How many times did they get beat?
Who, the Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's rare that it helps you. You need to get that game in so you can get loose. So even if Oregon had to play Jacksonville State, Jacksonville State could pull the upset. It's rare, but you don't know what you're going to get. And it's also more football.
Yeah.
So it's also more money for these schools. Like, the schools need it, though. The players don't need it either, though.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's knock out this NFL.
Yes.
I gotta be up mad early.
What are you previewing? When? Or are you just gonna say?
I have to do the NFC side. I have completed the AFC side.
Okay, so we will start with, so that you can pick your Saturday games. 4:30, CBS and Paramount. The LA Chargers take on the Houston Oilers. Texans.
You mean, yeah. Houston limps into the playoffs, and CJ Stroud had the sophomore slump. He's gonna be without 2 of his top targets. The Texans just don't have enough, because it's just Nico Collins, and then who else scares you in that receiving core? This Chargers team, I personally think Jim Harbaugh is one of the best coaches in the league. And he's changed their blueprint. They're a team that plays with balance. Justin Herbert isn't doing everything, and then the defense is going to finish the rest. And that's what I think the case is going to be here on Saturday afternoon. I like the Chargers in this one.
I am backing you on that. Give me the LA Chargers, and Harbaugh wins his first playoff game after coming back.
I'm 3-peating on that one.
Right? Congratulations, Houston, you win.
And if this happens, Ronnie, I'm showing up to your door.
Motherfucker, we're literally freaking pulling a game day on this. But Ryan, I'm already gonna write you in. I don't need to ask you. The Pittsburgh Steelers go into M&T Bank Stadium to take on the Baltimore Ravens. I keep forgetting. We're a betting show. LA is a 3-point favorite. LA is going to cover that. That's no problem. Baltimore is a 9.5-point favorite. Are you fucking high? When has this game ever finished 10 points? With that being said, too, Christian, I'm sorry. I'll let you go next. I'm taking the upset. Give me Pittsburgh and the points.
Well, here's my thing with the Steelers. Their defense has had to navigate the entire vehicle and shoulder a lot of the responsibility. For the Steelers to have a chance in this one, they got to get a running game going. They got to go back to Steeler football. Run the football, draw the defense to the line of scrimmage, use your play action, and Russell Wilson can take a shot down the field. The issue I have with Baltimore come playoff time is they get away from what works for them. You saw that in the AFC Championship last year.
Yep.
What happened? What was their identity? Running the football.
And what did they decide to do? Pass the ball.
Right, and they only ran the ball about 6 times in that AFC Championship loss to Kansas City. But the Steelers come into this with no confidence. Like, they have to start quickly. They got to punch in the mouth. They got to make Lamar one-dimensional. They have to bottle up Derrick Henry, because the last time the Steelers and Ravens played, Baltimore ran for over 200 yards on a really good run defense. I like Baltimore. I don't like what I'm seeing from Russell, last name Wilson, and there you go. I knew that would get John. I just don't like what I'm seeing from Russell Wilson. Lamar Jackson, he's going to come out with a chip on his shoulder, and Derrick Henry, they have to feed Derrick Henry the ball. He needs to touch the ball between 21 to 25 times. Anything below that is a recipe for a loss.
Yeah, I can fully agree with that. I also think the one thing that you missed on that is Lamar needs to come out and play like he's an MVP because he's not getting it this year. He's been playing like an MVP and he's not going to get it.
Yeah, and I'll explain that when we get into the next game, or even before I have to get off. But yeah, I'll explain this.
Ryan, you're taking Pittsburgh. Don't even have to ask you that. John?
I'm taking Pittsburgh as well.
Okay. All right. Speaking of which, because the guy that has the best shot at winning the MVP is the next game up. The Denver Broncos take on the Buffalo Bills. Bills are an 8.5-point favorite. There's only one other guy I think that could win the MVP, but he's in the NFC.
Yeah. I guess the third time is a charm for the Denver Broncos because they had so many opportunities to clinch that playoff spot, and they finally did it. Yeah, they beat a Kansas City team without Mahomes on the field and the other starters because they were locked into everything. But no, Denver's been a feel-good story, and Bo Nix, I think, is the real deal. Here's an interesting fact. Bo Nix becomes the first Broncos rookie quarterback to lead a team to the playoffs since John Elway.
I was going to say since Elway, right?
Yeah, that's some pretty good company to be mentioned amongst because he's a Hall of Famer.
Damn good company.
Great. Yeah, but
damn good company.
Denver, they have nice weapons. They play defense, but can they run the football? Like that right there is the $1 million question. And Buffalo, Buffalo did what I expected of them this year. And everyone that's debating this whole MVP conversation between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Do statistics play a part in this? Absolutely. But what's the award called?
Most
valuable player. And no player has been more valuable to his football team this year than Josh Allen. You take him away from Buffalo, and they're not playing in this game on Sunday.
I fully agree with that. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to win this game. But I also will say this. Lamar is actually playing this year like an MVP when he never deserved it last year.
Yeah, but they only gave it to him because he clinched that 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, but
That's what did it.
But here's again, you said most valuable player. Let's face it, I've been saying that from the beginning that Dak last year was the MVP of the league.
Yeah, and what was I about to say? Josh Allen has 2 MVP moments this year. He beat Kansas City, who was undefeated, and he beat the Lions. And guess where both Kansas City and Detroit are?
Yeah, in the playoffs.
As 1 seeds.
Yeah.
He beat the 2 teams with the 2 best records in the National Football League. I like Denver in this one. I mean, Buffalo in this one, but Denver is going to make Buffalo earn this.
Yeah, I don't like the 8.5. I'm going to take Denver with the points, but give me the Bills to win the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Denver.
Okay.
Buffalo and Denver?
Yeah.
Buffalo.
All right. Christian, we got the Packers taking on the Eagles. The Eagles are a 4.5-point favorite. Now, before you give your analysis, Jalen Hurts is not out of concussion protocol yet, but he did step on the field without pads on today. So he was semi-practicing.
Well, that's good news to hear. And, with Philly, I think they're the most complete team in the NFC because they can beat you in so many different ways. I think this group is better than what we saw last year, the last time they made the Super Bowl, which was in 2022. I mean, look at the element that Saquon Barkley has added to this offense. And if neither quarterback were doing what they were doing, I think Saquon Barkley would be league MVP.
And that's the other guy I was going to say. Thank you.
Yeah. They do it defensively. They can play zone. They can play man. They get after you, like, collectively as a unit. Green Bay, they come into this game with injuries. Christian Watson is a big part of what the Green Bay Packers do, because he's Jordan Love's weapon. He uses Jordan Love. Jordan Love uses Christian Watson to stretch the field. I think this is the one I'm looking forward to. I preview this one on Saturday. Be on the lookout.
So I really think Saquon, if he broke the record, was going to be your MVP.
Yeah.
I think if you're saying most valuable player, Philly's not where they are without Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think Saquon should be the MVP of the league. But here's the problem with all of this. Is Jalen back? He's practicing, but he's not out of concussion protocol yet. And will Love be at least 80%? Because he got injured in the final game of the year with a wrist injury.
Who did?
Love.
Yeah, and Jordan Love regressed significantly. Just like CJ Stroud did. There's more tape on him, but I think this game is going to be one of the closer games of the year. John, sit your ass down. That motherfucker's scaring me.
I'm sitting here. I don't know where I'm still there. I am.
Oh, okay.
I zombified for a second.
I really think. See, this is going to be the toughest game to pick, because if it's a battle of backups, I think Philly will take the edge. I think if it's a battle of backups, Green Bay will win by points, but Philly will win the game because Saquon is the X factor in this game. So give me Philly to win.
I agree.
John?
I can't say it.
All right, Philly. Just say Philly. Or just say the Eagles.
Can I just say fry, Eagles, fry?
That's fine. Just say Eagles. You're not going to say Philly. It's not going to offend you. Ryan?
I can't say anything positive. So.
And that seems like a bet.
What was that?
I'll take Philly.
Don't worry. You're not going to end up on a court on the 50-yard line looking in front of a judge. All right. The Commanders taking on the Succaneers. Tampa's actually a 3-point favorite.
Yeah, these two men.
Only because this isn't Raylan James. Only because this is home for Tampa.
Listen, these two met in week 1. And Jayden Daniels, he's a hell of a different quarterback now than what he was back then. You can see the maturation in this kid. Tampa had to grind to get to this point. Like, Tampa's made the playoffs and they have the longest streak of making the playoffs in the NFC 5 years in a row. This is the best I've ever seen Baker Mayfield look. I mean, he has truly found a home in Tampa, and look who he's had to replace and come after in Tom Brady. I think Bucky Irving is going to be key because Washington struggles to stop the run, and the Commanders, they got to come into Raymond James, and they got to start quickly. I preview this an hour before kickoff on Sunday. Be on the lookout.
Yeah. Give me the team that's going to change your name in about 2 years. Give me the Commanders.
I'll take the Commanders.
Go Redskins.
Yep. And also, too, Rookie of the Year is going to be is Daniels.
Oh, I thought Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah. All right. And your final game, Monday night, the Vikings take on the LA Rams. Don't know where this game is going to be taking place yet. Because of the wildfires out in California, the game has a possibility to be changed to Arizona.
Okay.
What?
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So, Christian, while your preview, What do you have on this game being in a possible neutral site?
You have to do what's best because one, I think I say this on behalf of all of us. We wish everyone the best in California right now. Yeah, I had to get that out the way, but I think the advantage would go to the Rams because the Rams play in Arizona once a year. Think about it. Little things like that matter, and the Vikings chose the worst time to play their worst game because they looked horrible on Sunday in Detroit. Couldn't get anything going. Justin Jefferson was kept in check, and give the Lions a lot of credit because they simplified the defensive playbook. We're going to take you away. I'm talking about Justin Jefferson. We're going to play cover one where we're going to have man coverage and a safety underneath. So anytime you think you have greener grass ahead of you, you're going to be doubled. This is going to be a fun one because these two met in October, and I remember the Rams winning that game on a Thursday night.
Yes, the Rams won 30-20.
I preview this one on Monday night before the game. Look at.
So you're right on one thing and you're wrong on the other. So yes, the Rams play in Arizona once a year. We know this. But the only difference this year is Arizona played Minnesota this year.
In Minnesota.
No, in Minnesota. That's you're right.
Thank
But
you.
but
See how he just tried to tell me I was wrong.
no, but I think it's not really going to matter because it's they're used to playing out west for a lot of times. I really think this game is not going to matter. But yes, Sam Darnold having his worst fucking... Sam Darnold regressing and going back to seeing fucking ghosts is not a good thing. I think that they're a 1-point favorite going into this. So it's a coin flip. But I also think Sam Darnold is going to be on short leash. If this game starts getting out of control, don't be surprised if Sam gets kind of put on the sideline. There's no room for error. With that saying, though, I think Minnesota pulls this game out by a hair. Give me the Vikings.
I'm going to take the Rams in that one.
Right?
Like,
Oh, yeah. What am I talking about? I should know that. Now, that's the playoff picks. Does anyone win this game? Anyone else say? Did this game being on a neutral site matter?
No.
No, I don't think so. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. All right. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, later.
See
Okay, buddy.
you later. So we'll go over Black Monday next week because there's probably going to be more firings, and there's going to probably be a lot more hirings coming out of this too. So we'll figure that out. But with that being said, does anyone else want to add something before we close up shop?
Well, next week we should have a answer, if anything, for the Roku Sasaki thing. He has to make his decision by Tuesday, I think. I think that's the 15th, I think.
Yeah.
If memory serves correctly.
Next week is the 15th, yes.
So we'll have a decision on him, and then maybe we'll have a definitive answer on the Bear. We'll see where he goes, but that's all I got.
Yeah, right?
I got nothing.
All right. Show notes starting next year when we do our picks. It's going to change. We are going to be doing a number system to where we are going to pick and rank our top 5 games by spread. We've said we are the betting window. We are making this a betting show. I don't care what Christian says. We're going to do this. The loser of the NFL picks, we'll figure that out because we still technically, John, we'll say this, your tax is wiped for now. We're not going to worry about college. Me,
There's
Ryan,
too much.
me, Ryan, and Christian will work something out to where we do that, and we'll figure something out with that. We're not going to do a game for that. We have that taken care of. NFL is a little bit easier. We could do props, but I think it might be easier just to do spreads and over-unders. We can pick that way, and then whoever has the most points at the end of the year wins. Whoever has the least has to suffer not consequence, but like wears a fucking a jersey that they refuse to wear.
Should do something for baseball if we could too.
I don't know how we're going to. The other thing we might do is we might do something off air and post it to where maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday we post prop bets. We might do an MPN prop show, not prop show, but like one bet on the show where we all come up with something and we make it a lottery pick. We win, great. We don't, it's $5.
Fair.
Everything we post in here, there is a link down below on the TikTok that is the Nerdport Cash App. Scan your phone on that, it goes to the Cash App. If you'd like to donate to us, use that or use the PayPal and you'll get shouted out on the show. But all your money will go to try to take this show on the road to college stadiums at first. Then we might start looking at going to UFC shows, NFL, WrestleMania,
MLB.
Like anything is possible. And we will be doing these shows live because we now have wireless microphones.
Uh-oh.
We now have stuff that we can have some fun with. The show is going to grow. We need help from you guys. We're going to do our jobs in keeping this show fun, entertaining, uncut, unscripted, and
uncensored.
Yeah. Monday Night Quill. Well, the Good Boys. Never mind. I'm not going to finish that. Thank you, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Please don't.
Bongo McMichael's here.
Bongo.
Yeah. But this is going to be on Twitch. I'll have stuff on Twitch. John, I don't know what's going on with you. Me and Ryan might do something on the side. I might do something with the with the video games. There's going to be a lot of stuff in the fire. We could talk about a lot of the stuff off air.
There is something. I mean, I have something tentatively in the works, but it's with the last 2 months being with the holidays and me being knocked out sick. A lot of stuff got pushed back. I have to speak with somebody again, and once I speak to him, we can contract and we can work something out.
And we're taking, and I'll say this, John, and I'm going to say this live, we are taking a month off between February and March. After the Super Bowl is over, we are going to do our Super Bowl wrap-up show, and then we are taking 4 shows off, coming back for March Madness, and then the next week, John, MLB preview. The whole show.
Sounds good to me.
And we will have a special guest on that show for that. Ryan might have some special guests he's bringing on. We have some stuff. We do not miss this. This is going to be a fun year.
I didn't want to miss the last month of the show because
but listen, we took 2 weeks off because it's the holidays. We're doing that again this year. We are going to go. We are all gas, no brakes. We're going. We are going hard. I am serious about this year. We need to work. We need this shit to get going.
I'm down.
Yeah, Ryan, I know you have wrestling buddies that want to come on and talk sports. I got a couple people that want to talk sports. We will have some fun stuff going down the year. And we're gonna make it more about the gambling stuff as well as think us that we're going to be a Howard Stern-like podcast that talks about sports and sports betting.
Oh, gosh.
So please, tune in to what the fuck comes out of our mouths. Ryan, you got anything else you want to add? That or no?
I think that's a big no.
No, I heard him say no. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the show. If you like what you heard, tell your friends. And follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerd Report Network. Follow us individually at F and Ronnie.
At the Zombie Master.
It's Stonecott Castiel.
Follow Christian at the Daily Blitz.
_ 61.
Yep. And like I said, links down below on all of our products that we're promoting. Cash App, PayPal, please. I hate being that shill. There was a GoFundMe, but I'm not going to push that anymore. I mean, I might, but everything's in the link down below. But with that being said, also follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, follow us on TikTok, all under the Nerd Report Network. And with that being said, if you like what you heard, tell your friends. If you didn't like what you hear,
Well, fuck yourself right in the throat.
tell your enemies, but would always remind them there's always a teachable moment. And Bobby Bonilla is always getting paid. And hell, if you don't believe us, then fuck it. That's just a fact.